We are previewing Week 2 in the NFL here at SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak, and we're talking with John Ryan from JohnRyanSports.com right now. John, one of the games you said that you wanted to talk about, so it means that you have an opinion on it, is the Ravens at the Eagles. Now, the Eagles are at home. They're a 2.5-point favorite right now. Total's 45.5, slightly juiced to the over. And this is one of these games where I'm leaning heavily towards Baltimore. Now, you never want to fall into that Week 2 trap of reading too much into the Week 1 games. But Baltimore absolutely rolled on Monday night over Cincinnati. The Eagles just squeaked by over Cleveland. The Eagles have a ton of injuries at wide receiver now. They're very thin, and Baltimore has a legitimately good offensive system right now that I think is going to be good for the long haul. So sometimes I think maybe I'm falling into the reading too much into Week 1 trap here, but I'm liking the Ravens plus 2.5. Is that what you like here?
I agree. I think Baltimore's the play, Peter. Michael Vick threw 4 interceptions. A lot of times pro quarterbacks like an Aaron Rodgers or a Joe Montana will have thrown 4 interceptions in their career, and they bounce back with a tremendous performance the following week. I am not sold on Michael Vick at all. As you know, last year I wasn't either. And to throw 4 interceptions and expect him to come back with a stellar performance against an even better defense, I think is fool's gold. The public obviously is the home game for Philadelphia. It's the home opener. That's going to be an electric atmosphere. But Baltimore's used to that kind of stuff. They've been in the playoffs perennially now, year after year, so they're used to hostile environments. The injuries at wide receiver are critical for Philadelphia. The fewer options that Vic has, the more that he's going to have a tendency to run. And I think that now, especially against a Baltimore team, even though they don't have Suggs, even though they're lacking on the outside perimeter, which has made them famous, they still have the interior line and the defensive front 7 to shut any type of running game down. If they force Vic to throw, we saw what happened against Cleveland. Now, I might add, too, that the sum of Vic's interceptions was 88 yards in return yards by Cleveland. That almost equaled what their quarterback threw for 113 yards. This final score was still 17-16, and Philly could have easily lost that game. So now in one short week, you're expecting the Eagles to all of a sudden get their act together against a team that already showed that their act is fully together on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, they could. I mean, Vic, would an explosive performance by Vic be a shock here?
To me, it would be. Only because I don't think the offense is playing well at all. It's not just him. It's missed assignments. The zone blocking schemes were horrible against Cleveland. The flip side of that could be that, okay, Philadelphia went into Cleveland a bit cocky, a bit overconfident. They thought, okay, we're 10-point favorites here. This is going to be a walk through the park. And all of a sudden they got themselves into trouble. And you see that a lot in college football. You usually don't see that kind of attitude with an Andy Reid coach team, which makes me discount that fact then and realize that maybe Philadelphia just isn't as talented as we thought preseason.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe just to protect yourself against if Vic does have an explosive offensive performance is just take the Ravens team total over, which I loved on the Monday night game, and here it should be under 24 again. What do you think of that?
I like that too.
Okay,
yep,
great.
Absolutely.
Thanks, John.